community land before the Muzungu came. When the Muzungu came in 1901, the land was taken over as white islands by the Muzungu. This land was not given any title up to the year, up to 23rd of October 1929. The land was given, the first entry, the land was given to John Henry Landell and Helen Lucille Donne, and the land was alienated to LR number 5972, the original title 83/34 of Kiambu Township. That is the first entry. The second entry, then on third entry, that is on 16th October 1946, it was given to way-leave agreement. A way-leave agreement is when Kenya Power gets authority to use that land. That land, that time there was no Kenya Power, it was given to East African Power and Lighting Company Limited to maintain electric lines in LR number 851/1. Then on June 12, 1946, my God, that time, Murkomen were not born. Akina, the PS were not born, even me. John Downey and Charles Frederick, LR number 85/1. The fifth entry was on the 25th of February, 1953. That time, Kenya is still a colony. Remember, 1952 is when the state of emergency is declared. 1953 to Misanga Estate Limited, LR number 5972 of 2. Come independence. The sixth entry is 4th June 1964 to Sylvia Limited for Kenya shillings 788,000. Then come 4th June 1964, a mortgage to Murara Estate Limited for Kenya shillings 400. 11th July 1964, a caveat was put by Kenya Planters Cooperative Union because they had given coffee seedlings to be planted in the farm. So they became joint owners. On 1st April 1966, a caveat was entered by Michel and Company Limited because they had given a mortgage interest. In 1st December 1964, a special resolution dated 1st December 1974 of Misarara Estate Limited in liquidation, appointing W.G. Mather and J.L. Downey as joint liquidators. On 3rd March 1966, the caveat that was put by Kenya Planters Cooperative Union was withdrawn. In 18th May 1966, the caveat that was put by Michel and Company Limited was withdrawn. So this land became again free from Kenya Planters and from the caveat of Michel. On 6th May 1966, a reconveyance of mortgage to Mirara Estate was done at Kenya shillings 400,000. On 6th May 1966, a memo of equitable mortgage with L. Michel and Company Limited was entered. On 30th December 1970, a memo of discharge of equitable mortgage with Michel and Company Limited. The discharge removed the mortgage. The land again became free for anybody to own. On 30th December 1970, a mortgage was taken to East African Acceptance Limited. On 30th November 1972, a conveyance of mortgage to East African was accepted limited was entered. In 1st December 1972, a mortgage to East African acceptance was entered. On 16 December 1976, a reconveyance of mortgage to East African acceptance was entered. In 10th December 1976, which is very, very critical, how the father of this gentleman got the land. It was on 10th December 1976. The land was transferred to Mr. Mbugua Mwangi for Kenya shillings 1,480,600. That is when his father got his land. On 10th December 1978, he took a mortgage from the National Bank of Kenya. And on 26th July 1978, the reconveyancing of the mortgage was done to National Bank because he took this money, 1,486,600, to buy the land from National Bank. Where did these goons claiming they took the money from? Were they born? You have seen them dancing there. Those are kids, not yet born by 1978 when his father is taking the land. On 30th September, he took another mortgage from the Bank of Baroda. That is in 1985. On 30th September 1985, the land moved from National Bank to be mortgaged to the Bank of Baroda. Where were these goons when his father was borrowing from the National Bank of Kenya, the Bank of Baroda? On 19th April 1990, he added a mortgage on the Bank of Baroda. On 19th April 1980, it was reconveyancing of the mortgage was entered. In October 24th October 2000, a very critical date, a conveyance was done to Dunde Investments Limited for Kenya shillings 2 million. That company was registered by these people, the sons and daughters of the Muzee. He transferred the land still alive. The directors of Dunde Company, when we deal with CR12 in Mbugua, another son. And we have Christine Midhiri Mbugua. This Mzee knew long time ago that even daughters will inherit, will take possession of his land. This is 2000. Where were those goons? So this is the history of this land. From the first record, we have original documents. We have, as my brother has presented here, we have forwarded those documents to the following offices. The fraud started in the year 2024. The chief land registrar in Kiambu that time was a person called Benson Limo. Vismo, then the boss of land in Kiambu County. My clients went there. They were never assisted. They went to the National Land Commission. The coordinator of the National Land Commission at Kiambu, one MS Catherine Kimisik. They were not assisted. And deterred, our clients rushed to survey. The director of survey, one Weldon Maritime, They were not assisted. And deterred, these guys rushed. This time they have not come to me and to catch. They rushed to the DCI, reported to the land fraud boss, one Wilhelm Kimutai. One Wilhelm Kimutai. They were not assisted. They went to the area member of parliament. He is part and parcel of this game. They were not assisted. They went to the PS of lands, one Nixon Corril. They were not assisted. Aggrieved with this, our clients filed the first case in Thika, that is Thika ELC E062 of 2026. Before my Lady Justice Omogeni, the matter was heard and allocated to before Justice Onyango. The matter is coming up on the mention on 30th April 2026. In that matter, our clans have sued all the relevant arms of government, plus the people purporting to have sold title deeds, a company called Permat, which according to our clans, those title deeds are fake and they are papers. The case is coming up on 30th of April 2026. Following that, they simply again sought advice from the two lawyers here, and we advised them to file a constitutional petition before the Constitutional Court. And the same was filed, that is petition E029 of 2026, which is coming up for mention on the 19th of May 2025 before our learned Justice Bahati Mwamuye, before the Kiambu Constitutional Court. These clients have provided evidence to those courts. These clients of ours have given a chronology of what is happening. Among the petitions that we have filed, and why people are asking where the CS, my good brother, Wakili Kipchumba Murkomen, is being mentioned. On 11th April 2026, this is an affidavit sworn by one Wanjiru Mwangi, dated 20th April 2026, in the constitutional petition in Kiambu E029/2026. This is the affidavit of that lady. On 11th April 2026, a group of 20 goons invaded the property while armed with guns, machetes, and other crude weapons, and lawfully claimed ownership of the land. The registered owners subsequently received credible information that Kipchumba Murkomen was patrolling the property in the company of approximately 6 vehicles and a truck carrying the said goons. The owners initially reported to the OCS Rotich of Runda Police Station, who rushed to the site and stated that he would call the OCS Mary of Kiambu Police Station, who would help them but did not help them. During the invasion, the goons caused extensive destruction to the property, including cutting down trees and stealing construction materials and equipment such as cement, paint, timber, electrical wiring. Despite the report being made to the police, no arrests were made, but instead the goons were protected by the police. The invaders further brought iron sheets, mabati, onto the land and commenced fencing off portions of the property while continuing to remove and steal items. The total size of the property is approximately 248 acres. On 16th April 2026, the owners received further reports indicating that individuals allegedly issuing instructions to the police included the MP of Kapseret, Honorable Mr. Oscar Sudi, and MP Elijah Karoria of Gatundu North. It was also reported that the said individuals are working with Permat Enterprise Limited and We and Holding Limited in relation to the unlawful activities of the property. This is evidence, this is on oath evidence in court. This brings me to around 1974, when there was the talk that there was, around not 94, around 70 something, when there was a talk that there was a traitor. And then Jonjo, the then Attorney General, came up saying, I'm not the traitor. And Parliament asked him, who has named you? We have seen the CS for Interior being defended by the ministry. The Ministry of Interior has distanced the CS from this matter. The CS is not in this matter in his official capacity as the Minister for Interior. The ministry is not taking that land. And that should be very, very clear. Government, if government wants to take land, we have advised our clients that compulsory acquisition, they will be compensated at a commercial rate, and government will take that land. So the CS is not being mentioned that he's enforcing a compulsory acquisition. These, our clients are pursuing the CS in his personal capacity. Two, the police who are there, and we have put notice to the IG under Article 244 and Article 245 of the Constitution. The IG does not take instructions from the CS other than on policy. The CS can only advise the IG on policy. What cabinet passed is what the CS can pass to the Inspector General of Police. Those policemen who are there guarding goons who have invaded the property that is private. We hold the Inspector General himself in person, and we shall be moving to sue the Inspector General in person to get compensation of the damage that has been caused on the land. Two, we feel very strongly that these people are being targeted, either because they are being misconstrued by the land being in Kiambu. Our clans are not DCP members. Our clans are not ODM members. Our clans are not UDA members. They are citizens of this country who own property within this country, and they cannot be victimized just because of the name they carry, the children of Mbugua. They are entitled to own property in this country, and they are owning this property rightfully as it is. We have seen a few people brought around there to dance. We thank God they were given 1,000 shillings each to dance, and they went back, claiming that they are the rightful owners of the land. Let them bring any loan they took from any bank from 1929. Let them show which bank funded them to buy this land. Let them show the beneficial interest they have in that land. They earned their money, they danced and went away. The narrative that that land is a different land is the same narrative of Pastor Ezekiel and Mackenzie. saying that these are the same thing. There is a difference between their land and any land called, is it Kanyari or what? That land is very far. Let nobody try to say Milimani is similar to NSSF. Those are distinct lands that are identified by coordinates. So any narrative to bring people there, that they were squatters, the family has been in control of this land from 1976. They have never left the land to any squatter who can move to court on adverse possession. The argument of adverse possession collapses. This family has been in control of the land. They have been using the land until 2 weeks ago, when people were brought with the bulldozers to dig there. The trees planted there, the coffee plantations that are there, the businesses run there are as old as their father. So we put them to notice, and we will be moving to defend the proprietary rights of these clans of ours. The title deed must be respected. This is a freehold land, and anybody trying to talk about the decision from the Supreme Court, it does not matter. This land has been private land from 1929 to date. But if government wants to take it for compulsory acquisition, they know the procedures, they know how to deal with. But for now, these are fraudsters. And we are calling upon the country to be vigilant. Using goons to invade private land, then generating fake title deeds, anybody buying that land, you will be soon testifying here when they'll be arrested that it was obtaining by false pretense. They have no land to sell to you. The owners of the land are here. They have no intention to sell the land, but they are firmly putting everybody to notice that they will defend this land to death